She still got to spend her gold.
Yeah, no. I'm just having it ready. Having it live right eye.
Oh, I didn't change them. Oops. Don't worry, nobody's going to catch that typo.
Oh no, I did log into this game. But let me see if there's anything new in this game.
Cat's checking her love in deep space with the homies in the party. How dare she?
Excuse me. I need to check on these non-fictional men. So glad they actually exist, though. Like, I'm so glad.
You said non-fictional men.
Oh, whoops, my bad. Fictional, my bad.
For a second, I thought you were going schizo on me. I was about to tell you to go freaking put your body pillow in the wash.
I don't have a body pillow anymore.
Well, if you thought they were non-fictional... Wait, what do you mean anymore?
Okay, so I had the pregnancy pillow, obviously, when I was pregnant, and then Bran threw that away.
Okay.
So I fucking...
Not the... You know that's not the kind of body pillow I meant.
Oh. I mean, it was technically called a body pillow, but, like, you know, it's, like, all the way around.
Yes, but not that kind.
Well, I'm very tempted to get another body
Can I just give my gold to other party members because I will only be buying myself more stuff when my entire kit is full of stuff that is underutilized because I am forgeful and disorganized with note making.
I mean, you can, but like if you think that's gonna happen, your best bet's probably just to buy potions and armor upgrades then. Stuff that's passive. Or, well, consumables.
Okay, Yeah.
Alright, well, at least somebody's buying potions. Granted, if you don't want to spend your own money for consumables the entire party's going to use, you can always use the party funds. Freaking Aurelia did accounting.
Hold on, I was muted. So, Adavia uses what kind of armor? Does she use heavy?
She uses the heavy variant of the custom armor, yes.
Right. I'm gonna look through the list, but by chance, do you know off the top of your head if the Magitech armor also counts for heavy?
No.
If there's
if you're talking about the one that gives concentration, no. That is the unique one to light armor. Heavy does have a different unique one, which is a lot more complex, which is that instead of holding one enchantment, it can hold 3 enchantments.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that. So heavy armor Adavia uses. Does she already have unbreakable steel? If you know off the top of your head.
Don't know, but I am looking at her character sheet, so give me like 2 seconds and I'll find it.
Yeah.
She has powered armor. And that's it.
Armor, so. Okay, so we have how much? Let me open up OM.
I can tell you how much gold she has. She has 56,000 gold.
56,000, and then the training funds don't play into like modifications for armor, right?
No, those just apply to learning new stuff for your character.
Got it. Okay, so Ven, I would actually suggest you like being like in the middle of everything, right? You like being in the middle of like all the fights. Like you try to get as close to all the enemies as you can.
Yeah. In the words of Ven, who cannot speak for herself in the moment, she wants to be all up in them cheeks.
Got it.
And she can't say anything in her defense.
Okay, so how much did Elaine give us for training gold? It was like
15K.
15K. Okay. So Ven, I would suggest if you can go to the DM Necro rules and modifier.
I can just send her the
whatever.
Actually, it's in the announcements. I can just send her the forwarded link from there.
So she's kind of. I feel like she would really do good with what I'm trying to do. If you can
open one that says, open.
No, hold on. The physical trainer one, she can learn tunnel fighter, which would help her since Sylvian has Sentinel. That could work as like massive CC because she could take a lot of opportunity attacks for free.
Okay, but Sylvian would have to learn that one, not Adavia. Because they don't share stuff like that. They can share items, but in a limited capacity. But when it comes to like features and traits, they have like 2 features and traits they can share. Fighting
Right,
styles ain't
right.
one of them.
Okay. Then do you plan to play as Sylveon more or Davia more?
Yadavia.
Adavia. What I thought you were going to try to do was get her to boost her AC by learning Armored.
I mean, she could get the Unbreakable Steel, which raises the base. Actually, how much
Raises
does
it
the
by
black
2.
armor? Yeah, but like, she did get that unique armor from the Dragoon. Does that Dragoon armor have any like plus to it? Would that affect the base AC?
I can tell you right now, her base AC would be lower because it's plus 3 plate, so her base AC would be 21. With her current thing right now,
Got it.
her AC with armor, which I think scales off of her wisdom, is 22. So at the moment,
Well,
it's
look,
stronger for her to stay that way.
got it. So I'm seeing shield AC. I mean, shield mounts, which I know she has her I forget what it's called. I don't know if it's Sanctuary or Sanctum. It's one of those. Her shield, the
It's yes, it's called Salvation.
Salvation. God damn it, it was another S word. So that would leave her arms open.
Yeah, she can't gain the benefit of another shield, but she can have the shield and have both hands able to do something.
Yeah, and while she has both hands able to do something, I was actually thinking of. Hold on, let me look at D&D 5e. So you said we can move the enchantments of one item to another, right?
Yes,
Without
for a
having to buy
price.
the item?
If you have the item, yes. You can also pre-install like one. You just buy the enchantment itself.
Yeah, so that was a good one. Let me look. Does her mace have any like does her mace have any enchantment right now, or is it just a regular mace?
Do you mean her relic? The one she swings at people with? Yes, that one has
Yeah.
the built-in relic enchantment.
Okay, so I know she swings at that. She swings at them with one hand. What if we give her a
Mhm.
second one to do like an offhand attack?
So you can, but it's not really necessary since with my rules, swapping weapons is free. Like you can do that whenever
Okay.
you want. But like you can do the whole flavor thing of having one in one hand, the other in the other hand. It's just that it's not really helpful to her as a cleric because as a cleric, she can only make one attack per turn. The only reason why she has multi-attack as a cleric is because if she swings once with her relic, she can swing the relic again within part of the same attack action.
Yeah, so what I was looking at actually is that since she has a free action to switch, right?
Yes.
I was looking at the Staff of Power as very rare since correct me if I'm wrong, she hasn't chosen a very rare item yet, right?
She did the Amulet of Amity.
Okay. But we have enough gold to buy her one. So look at the Staff of Power and let me know what you think cuz honestly, I'm not all right here, so I need your opinion on that to see if that would help her.
I mean, it's a powerful item, yes. But if you're just thinking about melee attacks, she'd do more damage and have a higher spell save DC, swinging her relic weapon. And the whole point of her doing this other stuff is that, like you yourself said earlier, she doesn't cast that many spells. She goes into melee about it.
Okay.
So, like, she wouldn't gain too much benefit from the Staff of Power. I mean, the +2 to AC would be nice, but at that point, her AC is already getting ridiculous, especially if she gets shield mount and then there's armored. She's gonna have like 29 AC. I mean, having 31 AC wouldn't be bad, but she'd be giving up a stronger melee attack. Because, like I said, if she does have this and uses it to swing for melee, she's only gonna be able to do it once, and it's not gonna scale off of wisdom. That's another thing. Well, granted, it wouldn't make a difference for her actually because her strength is +8. So yeah, the whole swinging doesn't matter. But like, yeah, she's not gonna be able to swing it
Alright.
twice. The only reason why she can swing twice right now is because she's using her relic weapon to swing specifically. Hello to whoever
Yeah.
joined. Oh, hi,
The
color.
only other thing I'm thinking of is if Cat's okay with giving up the gold, we could also give Van a Mind Guarding crown for Sylvian.
You don't have to convince me twice.
I mean,
Hold
look,
on,
it's
I
it's
might
y'all's
have to
party
convince you.
funds.
Yeah, because Cat, it's
y'all's
all of
party
us.
funds.
But like, if we think about it, let me look at it again. Mind Guard crown.
What it does is it gives you
So-
advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
And then you have resistance to psychic damage. So
Which would honestly see more use on Ari, because then he'd actually be resistant to all types of damage. Unless you guys want to fork out an extra 80,000 gold.
Oh man, I don't even know how much gold we have. I can't even open it and look at it. Hold on, I can't open it and look at it. Hold on.
Hold
I'm good at
on, if
math,
you
I
want me to
promise.
tell you.
No, I
If you-
already opened up. I already opened up. OMM.
All right.
And the
Also-
trigger works. Okay.
Also,
Hi,
hi,
color.
color. As you can see right now, we're getting more into accounting than D&D at the moment, because we're helping someone pick magic items out.
Look at me. I'm still doing accounting when I'm like this. I'm like this.
I'm
Oh,
using
also,
this
he's-
device to speak.
Also, he's absolutely blasted, and Ven can't talk right now. Her throat was destroyed by sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, for some reason, she likes to type as a valley girl. Cat is just,
Yeah.
well, she's short. That's her current misfortune.
Hey, come on, man. You don't have to do her like that.
Shut up. Shut your mouth.
Okay, my wire fell, but give me a second. Hold on.
Hey, yo, your water broke?
My wire fell. I was trying to get the wires like from behind my head. But,
Alright.
okay, I don't even know where my mouse is, so I'm gonna have to change this from my
Wait, when
fucking.
did you get pregnant and not tell us? How dare?
It was when his friend visited Vegas.
Pregnant Uli when?
Hey yo. I mean,
Also, color, tell me when you sign in so I can move you. Alright.
Okay,
so for now,
real, does my
we
voice
can-
sound better?
You sound understandable, more than understandable.
Okay,
Alright.
thank God.
So, alright.
Quick cat draw Uli pregnant.
You mean cat?
Hey.
Actually, hang on. Wait, I gotta show you something.
Wait,
Alright,
what do you mean you
well,
gotta show
well,
me something? What? Did you
While
have that
y'all
ready?
do that,
No.
Alright. while y'all do that, then Ven, if you'd like instead, we can talk about this outside a game then, or with spending the gold, since you did say you'd probably just buy potions and armor upgrades. What would you like to do? Like, because we have been talking without like really asking much of like how you want to use your gold. Because Uli can do the planning of what he wants to do later, but like right now, the immediate of what do you want to use your gold for?
And armor upgrades.
All right, then. Let me send you the doc with all the potions on it. I'm assuming you'd mainly want... Words are escaping me at the moment. You'd want healing potions, so I'll direct you there. Also, color, if you need help picking items right now, damage mitigation or anything like that, just ask. As of right now, I don't know if you'd prefer to type in Discord, be it the voice channel chat or within OMM. I'll see either way, so just type where you feel free. Because things got derailed as we're picking magic items. Okay, where's the link I'm looking for? You would think I'd find it easier with the 30 times I've sent it.
Wait, you sent something 30 times to a sneaky link? While on this call?
What? What? That's foul, Cat. Actually foul. Hold on, it's friggin'... I know where it is anyways on here. Just go to the merchant info. Alright, here's the potion seller, Ven.
Oh my God.
Thanks.
Alright, let's give this another 5-10 minutes and then we'll get like into the actual game and figure the rest out later.
Okay.
I think I made the I made this a little too cheap. Don't mind me retconning prices right now. No, that's too expensive. Is it though for the effect that it gives? Yeah, why not? Sure, why not? That's fine. Do not. Percent healing buff. Okay. So, anyone remember where we were last time around?
We were just doing a shopping trip. Aurelia helped clean up the store, and then Ari was like trying to meet everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quick TLDR color. The party is no. She's probably worse off than being dead, but no. So what happened is lore has been dropped. The players have found out that several very powerful malignant forces have their eyes on them. Ellie, unknowingly, but to the benefit of the party, made a pact with something very powerful, very evil. So at the moment, she's in hiding. And because of that, story-wise, she's in hiding. So story-wise, Ellie brought a trusted friend to take her place, which is Ari. So Ari is currently going around trying to meet the other party members.
Dead man, if you
Yeah, I know. Just you're gonna have to tell me exactly where he is because I still don't see him.
He's behind the door and I don't have control over him anymore, so I can't move him.
Okay, 1 second. I know how to fix this.
There you
Start singular combat. Just move him off to the side or whatever, and I'll try to grab him.
No, I have no control of him. I have control of Fillmore.
Okay, uncontrol Fillmore. All right. There.
He's free.
All right.
Thank you.
Why does that keep happening though? Because this literally only happened with you.
I know.
And you weren't even controlling Ari when it happened.
No, I was controlling Ari when it happened. It's just I lost control of him when I looked at the information on Tempest. It gave me control of her, and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, so color quick recap on more or less where everybody should be or is. Everyone's off to do their own thing. They just won the big final, not the final battle, but penultimate battle. Oh, right, you weren't even here for this. Firejo's been a mess and invaded by demons, abominations, and the like. You figured out the reason as to why 1 or 2 of those things have happened, but you don't know why stuff like the abominations and the rest have been doing so. But at the moment, there seems to be a time of peace because of the deal that Ellie unknowingly made. So while everybody has the chance, they're going around resting, training to get stronger, buying more powerful items with all their rewards, so on so forth. And at the moment, it's a moment of peace. You guys haven't long rested specifically yet, but like you're getting some last things done before you do take a long rest, in which a bit of time will like skip and or pass. Also, I was gonna say Uli. Cat, Ven, y'all sign in?
No, dude, I was never here, which is why I closed the
Look, man, it wasn't showing up on the screen, all right?
I told him just ask him to help free Ari from the depths of hell because I knew he was there.
No, the void. Well, from what I remember, you guys were heading off to the main room, right? Cat, Ven?
I think so.
Well, I'll just wait for Ven to sign in, then I'll move everyone.
I think so.
Because she's using text to speech. The voice ain't got no soul to carry it. All right, so I would like to move things forward a bit, but I don't know if Uli's even still awake. Especially because their opacity is down to like 3. No, that's cheering over here.
Like, I'm still awake. My opacity is down to 3 because remember, if I don't know if you remember, but I casted the invisibility spell because I didn't want Ari to talk to me.
Oh, right. I thought you went off to bed.
What do you mean, dog? Well, I did go off to bed. I casted invisibility so Ari wouldn't talk to me, and then I went to bed with the invisibility spell on.
Yeah, that's why. Like, how are you holding concentration if your ass went to sleep?
Shut the fuck up. Don't ask me questions right now. Questions are not my strong suit right now.
Hmm.
What happened was, he got in bed, so when Ari leaves, and now he's actually asleep.
Yeah.
Well, we can act that on in a bit. All right, so color, shifting the spotlight over to you suddenly. I'm just gonna make the assumption that after you left, I know you're not caught up, but essentially y'all were in an extra-dimensional space where there could be no outside observers. You guys got a bunch of information. I can fill you in on that later. So now I'm just assuming Peria's wandering around doing her Peria thing, like just going around. Because granted, in context of the game right now, there's probably a lot of injured people. There's probably a mess around the entire place. But whether or not she cares about that is up to you. Because you could just be that she's wandering around looking for something fun to do. She actually wants to spend her training gold fund to get stronger, yada, yada, yada. Up to you, your choices. But as you wander up, it is very likely that Ari would notice you, since Adavia and Fillmore are heading your way, and, well, Adavia is distracted with Fillmore. So Perry would have no reason to interact first, but Ari, on the other hand, would likely recognize Peria by description, because I don't think there are all that many short pink-haired half-elves with magical girl dresses on. Not that I think Ari would know what a magical girl dress is either, but, you know. So, Kat, does Ari do anything, or do they stay enraptured in conversation with Adavia? You've got 7 con, get over it. Then give me a perception check at disadvantage. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. So, color. This one's up to you. does Peria like? Is she mindlessly walking forward? And as she does so, is she walking stealthily, moving stealthily, or like is she like flaunting her presence, wanting to be seen, or just doesn't really care? Up to you whether or not Ari notices her as she's walking forward through the place. And don't worry about your response. We know you're typing to... Or response speed, rather. We know you're typing your answers, whatever they might be. Also, Jesus, this map really got screwed up by being deleted. Oh, I need to fix it, but that deletes so much stuff. I think Uli's computer blew up.
My bad, my bad.
He beat
Nah,
Jesus' respawn timer.
What happened?
So normally I hit the FN key and F4 because it actually turns off my mic. But if I hit FN4, it literally puts my computer to sleep. So I missed the button like a dumbass, and it made me disconnect to put my computer to sleep.
You probably see 3 buttons, so I don't blame you.
I see 2. Okay, relax. I can see 2.
The problem is
only
if
issue
you
is that-
see-
The only issue is that they both say 4, so like get a little confused. Okay, somebody talk though, because you're all being quiet, please.
No, I'm just waiting for Color's answer since they're typing it out. But hello, otherwise. You are listening to my not so melodic voice DM for you all.
Yeah, honestly, I need you to shut the fuck up already.
Alright, damn.
Your voice is cool, Necro.
The lie hurts more than the truth because I wish it were true. Also, hold on. I will be right back.
That's the truth.
Bro's gonna go pee in the shower right now.
Round of applause.
Watch.
Stu,
the
stop.
applause.
Stop. Shut it.
No shutting, no shutting. We're awake.
Sorry about that. I went to go.
Enjoy.
I went to go get the water gallon I forgot to grab. Alright then. So, as of right now, I think I'm going to take slight control of the scenario then. Since right now Ven is multitasking, Cat is not perceiving, Color still needs some time to get back into the groove, and I don't think Uli sees the fourth wall between himself and Aurelia at the moment. So he might try dropping a fireball IRL.
Hold on, Aurelia's asleep. Okay, so they're not even part of this.
All right. So for now, I'm gonna take quick DM control over the situation, and say that you two, as in Adavia and Aurelia, are walking back to the main foyer in expectation to search for the other party members. Adavia.
No, you said Adavia and Aurelia.
Ari. All right, there's 3 people with names starting as A, all right? I'm glad y'all are repping my first initial, but come on. Alright. Anyways, as I was saying, you 3, being Ari, Adavia, and Fillmore, are all heading off to the main foyer to look for the rest of the party members. Not noticing that you're walking past some of the other party members, as Trevor is actually off training because he, well, has seen the failings of his strength, as he's off doing his own thing with Vakin, pushing himself past his limit in a sort of mad desperation, which more or less we could agree on, because Bassie already picked a bunch of stuff, and he is actually doing a lot of training to the point where like it's going as far as he possibly can. Peria, however, as she's walking off to go explore, sees something interesting that piques her interest a bit, which is she sees Fillmore and Adavia, two members of his party. He's counting Fillmore as one because I don't think Peria sees a distinction between people and animals at this point, along this really tall tiefling. So out of interest, they follow behind closely, not being perceived by either person, into the main foyer. Aurelia is off asleep, though I think y'all will see Cinder soon. Not necessarily Spyro, but Cinder. As everybody returns back to the main area, with me taking control for a bit. Alright. So, from here, you got all look around, checking to see if you can find the other members of the party. If you were to look straight forward, you'd see Nolus is sitting at the table where, for some reason, there's still the people covered in bandages, some with arms in slings, challenging him to arm wrestling for some reason. Though, yep. Goddamn. Well, let me move everyone back to where they're supposed to be.
Tusk. Ah! I blinded myself.
Peria just falling behind silently, and Aurelia over here on the purple bed.
Okay.
So from here, you guys choose what to do. Davia and Ari being the main. What do you want to do?
Well, Ari's still loading in, I guess.
Ben, what would text-to-speech of Davia? Just Korean Jesus.
Oh my god, will you load already? Fucking shit.
It's not loading. You're moving in game.
What do you mean I'm moving in game? I'm not doing anything.
I do like to drop the shopping thing because I am having trouble with concentration.
Oh, there I am.
No. We don't even have to do the shopping thing at the moment. Literally just like, what do you do in character? Like, what are you doing from like continuation of last week where you and Ari are looking around? We can finish the whole getting items thing outside a game another time.
There we go.
You can type in game like Color does if you want, if you don't want to be using the speech.
Thinking.
Alright. Ari, what about you? I'll move Fillmore along with you. So, upon stepping back into... let me give a quick description. Upon stepping back into the main foyer and taking a really good look at it, after a moment here, having seen one person and scanning around to see who else you can find of any familiar descriptions, you see the state of mess that it is. You're like, ooh, this place is actually kind of in a rough state. As just as mentioned before, most of the people here are at the very least slightly battle torn, if not actually in slings, bandages, or chugging down potions as if they're ale. But the atmosphere doesn't seem all that bad. If anything, there's like a nice tenseness to the air, as though they're enjoying their time, but they're getting ready for whatever may happen next. Okay.
Oh, she's waking up LeBron.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, I forgot. After I do my roleplay thing, I am gonna go make soup.
No, no. Cat left right now. Please go make yourself something to eat right now.
Honestly, with conditions as they are, one person being in near incapacitation, Ven not having the ability to talk, and other people doing stuff, maybe we should hold off on the session tonight. Because it seems like y'all are having a rough time moving stuff forward.
No, we good. But Cat just went to wake up Bran. Color's just typing.
It's really just me.
Oh, no, man. Uli's pretty drunk. If we're putting it on the
Hey.
list, Uli's at the top.
Hey, come on. You don't have to call me
Nah.
out like that.
I'm saying it as it is.
I mean, I know you're saying it as it is, but like, you didn't have to say it. Still.
Are you still drunk?
Yeah, no, very much. Very, 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 very much. It's winding down,
Alright.
slowing down a bit. I want to say my words are a bit more comprehensible, but yeah, no, it's like still up there. Still like, eyes closed, world moving type feeling.
The only reason why is because there's still literally tomorrow. Everybody also said they'd be fine for tomorrow. And hopefully Uli wouldn't get drunk for a third time in the day. Bran's schedule doesn't require him to be woken up, and I'm not gonna make any assumptions about Ben being better. So that's why I'm saying I'm fine with moving it off of today. It's hopefully everyone's in a better condition to play and be closer in a headspace to do so.
I mean, I'm in a headspace. I'm Aurelia right now, dog.
Rotting on the inside?
Oh, I'm always rotting on the inside. What the fuck are you talking about? You literally call me depressed every chance you get.
I need to rest my voice for at least a week. So we'll still have to text to speech.
That's
fine,
that's
man.
why I said it's fine, Ben.
It just makes it all. Every time we can hear you, it just makes it all the better.
I'll try to make it tomorrow, but I also want to spend time with my partner.
That's fine, Ben. We talked about it earlier. That takes priority if you want to. I know that you probably had to cut anything to cut time with them to be here. It's just I don't know. It feels weird at the moment. I don't know if that's just me being nervous about how things are gonna go.
I'll ask her if she'll be free earlier in the day.
No, Ven, don't do that. Just
Ven,
ask her whenever
don't.
she's free.
Don't
and
put
whenever
this as a
that works
priority.
out, just do that. Yeah, dude. Ichi comes first.
Alright, well, thank you for being understanding.
It's not understanding. It's the right course of action. Anything else would be unreasonable.
Ben, it's like saying oh man, should I put VR ahead of my girlfriend? No, dude. Go hang with your partner. The time together you guys have is important.
Alright then. If that's the case, alright. If that's the case, then let's continue as it's setting off. Right now, the three people who can choose to act at the moment are Peria, Adavia, and Ari. Keep wanting to say Ellie.
Okay. My turn.
Actually, wait, hold on. Didn't you say you were gonna go get yourself food, Ben?
She did. She
Oh.
did. Ben, please go get yourself food.
I'm sorry.
Just go do that. We'll take we'll get a 10-minute break or something. While everybody like figures out what they want their characters to do.
Okay.
While you guys take that break, I'm gonna go get some water. I'm gonna get some chips so I can have something to snack on.
All right.
Okay.
Switch over to this since we're taking a break.
BRB.
Yeah. This is-
Yeah. All right, so I know I'm fucked up because I went to go like serve myself water, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember taking off the cap from the water bottle. And then as I came into the room with the water bottle, the cap was already on. Like I don't remember screwing it back on.
But like, do you feel any more refreshed?
Oh, I definitely feel a lot better than earlier.
I meant like thirst wise.
Oh, thirst wise, like I'm fine.
I mean to say, did you drink water? Well, like after realizing you opened and closed the thing.
Oh no. The thing is full. The cap is on, the thing is full.
Okay. So you didn't just blank out on taking a swig of water, is what I'm asking.
No, I didn't. I just filled up the water. I blanked out on opening it and capping it. I'm back in the room. It's capped. It's full. So I definitely did not drink any. So yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Everything's clearing back up slowly though. I can definitely read colors text a lot better now.
Wait, has Color been texting?
I mean, the last one they sent was like 16 minutes ago.
Okay. Brother, I thought they were texting in game. So I'm like, oh my God. Color, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this I know it's been a while without Color. Because usually I have it open on my phone on the side. All right, now it's open. Now if Color sends a message, I won't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, think to get everybody more into it. Once Ven gets back and everybody's good to go, I'm going to do something.
I'm worried.
Don't worry about it.
Never not worry about it.
What? Y'all act
No.
like I'm some sort of evil DM or something.
Maybe.
By the way, Kat, are you or are you not recording at the moment?
I am, but I do have it on like the technical issues screen because it's technically a break.
All right.
So at least now I'll know what to cut out when I have to edit it.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, I was in the middle of eating a scoop of ice cream.
Is it pistachio?
No, I can't bring pistachio into the house. I love pistachio ice cream. I can't bring it.
That's why I asked.
Oh, it's mint chocolate. Mint chocolate.
So toothpaste.
It's alright.
The only reason why I said that is because usually that gets people up in arms. Oh, did the map get a lot emptier for anyone just now? Because I think I just saw the map break in real time.
Everything seems as it was.
Okay, that's weird. Because I swear the map just broke in real time.
What was I doing? Oh, right. I was sending these guys a message.
All right, then. Okay, a refresh fixed it. Good. Good. Color, do me a favor and turn Peria the other way.
Don't do it. It's a trap. No.
Don't worry about it.
Color, it's a trap. Also, by the way, hi, Color. I didn't say hi. I'm so sorry. It's been so long.
It's as if you're the drunk one.
We missed ya.
That statement is true. All right. By the way, so we haven't had a long rest yet, but I will say everybody regain like 30% of your HP and like a couple of your resources. Just from passively resting around, taking food, sleeping, napping, doing whatever. I'll restore Ven's stuff. You guys restore your own stuff. About 30% of your stuff. For Ven, that would be
what? 30%. I really do need like your opinion on like spell slots and stuff.
If you're flat out empty, I guess like 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 1/3, 1/4, and 1/5. For Ven, that's mostly going to be healing, so let's say 150 HP. You're almost topped up, but all right, I'll fix that up for you in a second. I almost just accidentally killed the Davia.
How dare you?
The power to end a life. Right at my fingertips.
With the pull of a trigger.
Don't you say that word to me. I lost that 50-50.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm so sorry.
Don't you speak those accursed words to me.
Well then.
By the way, Color, question. You pulling on ZZZ? Because if you're not, give me all your luck. Because goddamn, I already lost my 50-50, so I'd like to get the character early. That's the wrong side. Okay. So that's ready there. You want to give me all your polychrome so I can get triggered? Because I lost my 50-50 at like 75 pulls. More, actually. Like at 78. And I lost it to Kaleda. Yeah. I've lost two 50-50s to Kaleda. Who's 50-50 did I lose to Kaleda as well? Might have been Astra's. Brother. I want Soldier 11, but I'm not getting Soldier 11. I think I have like an M1 or M2 Rena, but I want Soldier 11. They're just not showing. Legitimately, I was like, I'm fine. Well, I'm not fine with losing the 50-50. It'll just hurt a lot less if I get Soldier. But no, I have to get an M1 freaking Kaleda. And I still have to get the W engine too.
I will be back.
Is it not here? Hold on, I need to go find something. Uh. Well, if Ven's not back yet, I'm gonna go do something real quick.
Alright, I'm back for now. Why the fuck is Krita open? Bitch, who said you could be open?
All right, I'm back. Is everyone here? Hello?
Welcome back, and probably not.
Ben, are you here slurping on some soup? Wait, okay, Color. I didn't even ask you. Are you going for trigger? Because if not, give me your polychromes. Where's that? Okay, there we go. So hopefully that's fixed now. Why? Okay, well, that's not good. Give me a second. OMM was acting weird, but the moment I freaking close it, it fixes itself. Of course. So, how long has Vincent's been left? Out of curiosity, because I did not check. Okay, OMM's working now. Please continue to do that. Okay, that's working normal. That's working normal. I need that open. You're kidding me. Hold on. I just saw your message. You're lying to me. You're actually lying to me that you pulled trigger in a single temple. Because if you're not lying to me, I don't think you and I can be friends, my guy. Ellie, we should meet up IRL so I can shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Give me your polychromes, you liar. Ah. I didn't have any interest in Ambi. She seemed fine, but nah. I like stunners more. Yeah, actually, no. You know what? For you, yeah, that tracks. That actually tracks. What happened? I thought you were. Oh wait, no, you did say. That's what you said. You were into vampires. Look, man, all I need is enough polychromes for a 60 pull, all right? Because at least it'll be guaranteed at that point since I lost my 50-50. So just wire those polychromes over and nobody needs to get hurt.
Dead man.
Shut up.
Color alone.
You don't even need a blade fund anymore.
Shut up! I'm so sad about that. Ah.
What do you mean? Blade is always going to be in rotation now. Why are you sad about it? Like, Blade is literally in rotation always now.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Of the types, which are your favorite? Anomaly, stun, attack, defense, and support. Of the 5, which is your favorite variant? That's anomaly. But I wasn't asking for your favorite character. I was asking for your favorite attack. Oh, well, role.
No, that's a good answer.
Okay. To be fair, that's a valid answer because she's a mix of attack and anomaly. I don't know, bro, because I really like the flavor of anomaly, but stunners really do it for me. Freaking love lighter.
Okay, I just realized that I'm super fucking quiet. Why am I so?
Speaking of cat, I still feel for you that you couldn't get lighter. Probably my favorite like playable character in the game. What do you mean weak to ice? Do you mean where her element is? Because her element is frost. I don't think characters, no matter what their elements are, have any specific weakness or resistance to any damage type, as far as I know. Oh, that's what you're doing. Never mind.
Answer's always Meowie.
I just wish, bro, I would have a perfect team if Lighter would react with Miyabi or Astra. Because that's the team I run. I run Miyabi, Astra, and Lighter. And Lighter with his W engine is good for Miyabi because he reduces frost defense anyways. But if his passive triggered with Miyabi or Astra would literally be my perfect team. Well, it is my perfect team. It would just be my perfect team that activates all passives. Granted, if I do want all passives to activate, I have to swap out Astra for Lucy. Then I'd make a team of Evelyn, Astra, and who would be my third one on that team? I'll be Polk. Well, actually, no. If I had her, my third one would be freaking Trigger. Trigger would complete my Evelyn Astra team. If I had Soldier, they'd finish my third team,
Oh, that's
which would probably be
okay.
why.
I just turned it off on the stream part. Whoopsie.
Hmm. Speaking of, is the audio from OMM going into the stream?
Huh?
Is the audio from OMM transferring to the stream?
Let me switch it over again. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Uh,
Well,
I am
Just-
back.
oh, never mind.
Okay, perfect.
Wait,
literally what I was about to say is for when she gets back, for what's about to happen next. All right. So, well, what's about to happen? I'm going to take the reins again for a second, or several. So everybody who has their food or whatever, enjoy it. Has their drinks, enjoy it. Except you, Uli, you are not allowed with near alcohol for the next 24 hours. Now, Color, are you ready? Right, just need that. Just heard that slurping. All right, Kat, you good to go?
me.
All right. Okay, question out of curiosity before we continue. Then are you using a text-to-speech program or a Discord-based text-to-speech program?
Phone app.
Okay. Because it's curious, because I remember there are some Discord programs that allow you to text-to-speech. That was all. Thank you for indulging my curiosity.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's going on right now is instead of being what it was before of Peria stalking you guys, circumstances have changed slightly. Where upon Adavia and Ari entering the main foyer, the first to notice them is actually Adavia, as I see Peria wandering around towards the center of, the main area of Fire Jolt, listlessly moving around, not really, seeming like they have any particular goal or reason to do anything, as though some strange thought is filling their mind. From your guys' perspective, though, however, suddenly Peria seems to snap out of it, or rather, snap back into reality as they turn around, seemingly facing somebody. Which, Color, if you'll do me the favor? Color, thank you. As, from Color's perspective, they heard Elaine call out to them, which is to say, As now, Color, Peria hears Elaine saying, "Hi. Peria, I'd like to speak to you separately about some things that will be going on very soon." Don't worry. It's nothing all too specific you need to worry about. The answer will probably even come easy to you. As for Peria, things seem to go just a little more and more quiet. A buzzing itchiness filling their minds. Elaine's voice seems to distort ever so slightly, but maybe not even to a noticeable degree. As, well, Elaine's words resonate more and more. It seems as though there's an infinite expanse of time before the next thing is said. As she asks, "Why haven't you kept up your part of the deal?" Though Pear's a bit confused. What deal? Whereas to everybody else's perspective, Harry is writing out things and seemingly having a conversation with somebody, but nobody's there. And then things start to get really weird, as a sick feeling seems to emanate. Following throughout the place. A sort of green aura filling the energy of the place, as all other sounds begin to fade, and this strange noise is there, as though it's this false sense of calm. From Peria's perspective, everyone else has stopped moving in time, and they themselves are feeling very, very sleepy. Though... Hold on. Hold on. Pause. Do you guys hear that? Because I stopped the sound and it's still playing on my end. Oh, that's why. No wonder. Sorry. Cutting back in. As the buzzing fills her skull more and more. This energy then becomes more intense as it's all that you all feel. The very light within this place seeming to fade away into a more sickly green. Looking at each other, you see the shades filling the room. Even Aurelia is awoken by this sudden surge of sick mana. As he turns over to see all of you realizing that Peria is no longer awake. Rather, she seems to be ever so slightly floating up in the air, higher and higher. Having fallen asleep, slowly spinning as though being cradled by some strange force. And it begins to emanate more and more from her as these strange growths appear around her. They themselves seem to be the only thing still maintaining a hint of color in this lightless world. While I'm applying stuff, does any character have any reaction to what's going on?
Great, you go.
Wait, no,
Go
actually,
ahead.
I was just gonna say that Ari's gonna try to get close, I guess, figure out what's going on.
As you're moving forward, it's strange. You can just inch forward slowly, but it feels like you're moving through molasses, as though you're having a terrible dream in which you can barely take one step at a time, your concentration being necessary to put one foot in front of the other, yet the distance seems to constantly grow. As the energy becomes more and more intense, and you hear what sounds like falling as you stop within your tracks and turn around to see as more and more of the patrons within Fire Jolt who chose to stick around seem to have this glassy, glazed look in their eye where they fall asleep or start babbling. Some, the most strange of them, begin to make incomprehensible noises in an unknowable language as more and more begins to overwhelm them. A secondary sound filling the air as they begin to speak and scream and shout and cry in unknowable languages, little more than words, and rather maniacal, pain, joy, terrified, excited, greedy, hatred-filled, sad screaming and creation of sound. As whatever is wrapping around Peria grows to envelop her in its entirety, the strange energy emanating off of her, creating this pitch darkness of void, completely shielding her from the sight of others. Seemingly, at the moment, the only ones able to resist this effect are those of the party that are present, not even the alternate versions of yourselves. The Adavia and Aurelia at the top of Fire Jolt seem to be immune to this effect, whereas even Ari is having much trouble keeping his eyes open. Give me a Constitution save, Cat.
That should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine.
So that's one fail, as you technically gain a pseudo exhaustion point. Not because of tiredness, but rather the near inability to keep your eyes open. As the cacophony of sound seems to soothe you, there's a chaos of sound, a near incomprehensible thing, but to your tired ears, in this strange place, in this strange land, it sounds comforting. You don't hear the buzzing. You don't hear the mix of music that's conflicting with one another. You hear what's akin to a siren call as Ari loses half of his movement speed at the moment, barely able to stay upon his feet. You turn to Adavia and Fillmore to help, but Fillmore seems to have fallen asleep as Adavia seems to be trying to keep him awake. You look around to see for any other allies that might be able to help, but nobody comes to sight. Adavia, Aurelia, what are y'all doing?
Can I go?
In what regard? Like, can you move forward?
As in
Yes. Yeah, you can go as in choose what you're gonna do. And if you're gonna choose to move, you're currently at because of it being difficult terrain just to move, you cover half of your movement speed with whatever you try to do.
Thanks. Typing.
All right. as you're deciding what it is to do, this alongside this strange lullaby with this conflicting music, that buzzing, that oh so familiar buzzing gets slightly louder as the music fades away a bit, as instead replaced with that sound, that buzzing that's invading your mind, trying to dig deeper and deeper in for a reason you cannot understand.
Is the iVoice immersion breaking? I can type in game instead.
No, it's fine. Whatever you want to do. Alright. So, while you're typing, taking your actions to move, someone else seems to pop up behind you, a recognizable figure. Trevor steps out from the door that led to the training section of Fire Jolt, and he himself seems to be attempting to take one step after another, but it's strange, as his own armor, his most faithful companion throughout his entire journey, seems to be fighting against him, as if it doesn't want to move closer. He himself seems to be nearly unaffected, just as the rest of the other party members, aside from Ari, are, but his Hellbat suit, his armor, is beginning to grow out of control in a literal sense. As the energy emanating out of Peria grows more and more powerful, this void of energy at the center of Fire Jolt grows ever larger in size. The Hellbat armor around him seems to consume Trevor, blocking him out from whatever influence this is, and instead taking his position as it balloons, growing more and more inflated with unnecessary mass. As it grows, these vestigial eyes and tentacle-like limbs, eyes with dark sclera and a mouth that seems to be, you want to say screaming, but you can barely make out the noise. But if you were to focus just a bit, everybody else in the party can hear it. It's not screaming, it's a sick singing. As Trevor's more or less held in place, himself trying to move forward, but his armor holding him where he is. Alright then, if you've got what you want to say ready, please do so.
I just want you to know that it's hard for me to keep up with the scene you're portraying, and also make sure that I'm being accurate when I'm about to say, and so I paused during that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll cut it here. Just take in the atmosphere.
I guess that's just, all of it was just to say that, just to detail the effects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Adavia, realizing there's no hope in waking the sleeping squirrel, turns her attention to Ari instead in his current condition. She realizes the source of everyone's lethargy. She closes her eye in prayer, confiding in Sylvian to bless her with clarity to hone in on the mysterious source. Perception roll, please.
Alright, so roll me perception.
Lag.
Well, actually, since the source is fairly obvious, I don't believe you need to roll perception. Rather, I can describe to you what it is that you discover upon seeing. That as you're attempting to look for what the source is, it may not have been exactly prominent to you from where you're standing, but as this void grows larger and larger, this seemingly all-consuming darkness at the center of Firejolt, it becomes obvious to you. This sensation, this magic, this buzzing, this feeling, you've lived through this before. You look around to the side, seeing where your party mates are, like to try to confirm the situation. But Trevor's currently off in his own problem to the point where you're not sure he's aware of anything outside the armor that he's fighting. And you know,
Investigate what it is.
again, roll for me. Okay, so I need clarification now. Do you know what you're rolling? Like, because when you said perception
Sorry
check,
about this, but I can't do anything.
I think your game. Wait, what do you mean you can't do
Router
anything?
is stuck.
Okay, then refresh, but I can roll on your behalf
No
then.
matter how much a refresh.
Okay, then I can.
Ask and then I'll
Yeah.
Apologies.
Not your fault. It's literally OMM being glitchy. None of us can control that. Alright. It shows that you managed to sign back in. It working for you now?
Black screen 1 sec.
Alright.
It works. Do I roll investigation?
Okay, so please, once more, tell me what it is you're trying to figure out. Because depending on what it is, you might not even need to roll.
Okay, sorry. I want to know what the black hole is.
All right. You can roll me investigation, but in character, Adavia already does know what it is. Just however well you might you roll investigation on it will give you more insight than what you already have.
Alright, my bad for interrupting earlier when you were describing it more.
It's fine, Van. Don't worry about it. Just roll.
Gotta roll with the punches.
All right, so that's a mistake on my behalf, but you were supposed to roll investigation, but not insight. It's fine either way. All right. So, while your understanding of it isn't any deeper than before, you do recognize what's going on, or you think you do. This energy, this sensation, this buzzing, that noise. It's just like the star spawn, but if it's even possible, it's far, far worse than before. Before the effect was localized, it was contained, but here it's followed it. It's not supposed to be like this. Your head hurts. You didn't want to feel this again. That scratching in your mind. It's so much worse. And the worst part is, it's calming to you. You just want to close your eyes and sleep. Drift away to that siren song. But you know that if you fall asleep here, it's not likely that you'll wake up ever again.
I must persevere.
Alright, so with that, we're cutting back to when, back around to when the Hellbat armor seemed to be rebelling against Trevor, breaking out into this sick sort of song matching the siren sound found within your heads. As the energy only seems to grow, this molasses sticky feeling that's keeping you in place, slowing you down, is only getting stronger and stronger as the energy seems to culminate and take physical form as this sickening eye appears in place of the void that was once there. And from that cognito-hazardous mass, that thing that you need to look away from but you can't, anyone who still has their eyes open is forced to look. Their sight is shifted, and it's impossible, but at each direction that it's looked at, Aurelia, Ari, and Adavia are being looked upon by this thing. It's looking into them, it's looking at them, it's reading who they are as beings. And it's to the point where, if it weren't for the fact that you have the slightest bit of resistance from having already experienced this, you wouldn't have noticed it. But from that cognito-hazardous, blackish green gooping mass, bits and pieces of it slip off and slop, hitting the ground with squelch and wet thud as the corruption and mass of it spreads, forming into these deformed, hideous abominations shaped in what must have been some mad being's sick approximation of what an animal and monster would be. As these little beings seem to scurry off of it, first forming into smallish creatures. They're strange, hard to look at, but it's manageable. You've seen one or two things like this, but you realize they're violent. they're gunning for either you or the sleeping residents of Firejolt. So you must fight, you must defend. But in this state, can you? Alright, so with that, these creatures going off to attack, you three being the only ones awake and capable of defending, please roll initiative. As in this lethargic state in which you can barely maintain your eyes open, you have to fight, if not for the defense of others, in defense of yourselves. Also, those that have advantage and plus to initiative, tell them to me now, because it's on you to remember them. Also, Uli, if you're muted, tell me now.
I have +2.
All right, that was factored into your initiative roll. So for right now, as that starts, you guys are mid-combat. The creatures right now are seemingly fairly weak, but at the moment, you guys aren't all exactly your best, even if you do have a bit of rest in you.
It says I have an
Aurelia.
advantage on initiative rolls, sorry.
All right, re-rolled. You got the same initiative, basically. Uli, what you doing? Uli fell asleep, didn't he?
Mitch, wake up. Mitch, maybe get responded.
Well, all right, it's canon now. Guess Aurelia couldn't ignore the effect. They were already mid-sleep and waking up from it, so instead, they fell prey to whatever effect this was. And now it's on the shoulders of Ari and Mother Davia to defend the poor people of Firejolt who aren't awake to defend themselves. How tragic. As the flesh cherub swoops down, going first for Ari, seeing as they're barely able to keep their eyes open, seeing it as weak prey. As it makes its couple of bite attacks. Landing none but the last one, as it actually critically hits, jolting Ari awake from the pain, as this thing sinks its teeth straight into their flesh. Give me a con save.
26.
That's more than good enough. As the creature only ends up dealing, so you don't take the extra necrotic, so that's a d6 plus that. As you take 15 points of piercing damage. The thing biting into your shoulder around where your nape is. I'll deal the damage for you.
Hang on, wait a minute. Don't I have something that, like, mitigates?
Not unless you're raging.
No. Is this, don't I get, like, resistance to certain types of damage because of the armor upgrade I got? Or is it...
Energy shield is what you're talking about.
Is that what it is?
Yes, but you haven't taken your turn yet. And yes, what energy shields does is it starts you off with 20 temporary HP at the start of every turn. And when not taking damage for a round. So that hasn't happened yet. As not all of them go on to attack you. as this one over here begins to attack the unconscious people in Fire Jolt, landing attack after attack as it swings its fist, smashing the table. I guess the first one smashes the table, as the second one is meant to land on the sleeping half-elf, damn near killing him, as you can see the person's ribs and insides nearly splash out from the force of the attack. As this critter over here seems to sense weakness in Ari's movements, moving over to attack him. As it swings and bites, its mangled jaw wrapping around as it deals 10 points of damage against Ari. Alright, it is now Ari's turn.
E.T.'s tight.
Ari, being woken up by the surges of pain, is capable of moving forward.
Yeah, so
You,
rage, obviously.
alright, you,
That's one charge.
you use the pain as you hype yourself up. You don't understand the situation, but you see that people are getting hurt because you're weak, because you're sitting here, because you're not out there defending them, and it angers you at these creatures, at yourself, at whatever's going on. As you enter a rage, your muscles bulging as your hair nearly lights a flame with the energies inside of you.
I gotta use those words too.
Are they wrong?
No. But yeah, so rage and, aberrations. Are these considered aberrations? By chance?
No, these are abominations.
Damn. Yeah, he's gonna beat their asses. I get 3 attacks. This one's 2-handed? Yeah, this one's 2-handed. So I'm gonna go for the bitch that did me first.
Alright,
32.
that hits. Alright, also this is the only reminder you're going to be getting. You get a +6 to your strength-based attacks when you're raging. Don't forget it, because I will not remind you again.
Oh, okay. Actually, that was right there. I wasn't sure if that was incorporated in or not.
No. Alright, so that totals to 27. As you are swinging with what?
Slayer.
Alright. You deal 27 points of damage. Also, make sure to keep track of your damage if you want to charge your mods. As Ari raises his Warhammer. And you did make Slayer take the... Well, it's not a Warhammer, it's a maul. If it's dealing a D12, it's a maul.
It's in the shape of a hammer.
Yeah. So you raise it and just smash the creature into the ground, shattering the floorboards alongside of it as it breaks out into the greenish, blackish goop that formed it. and you realize with the single hit you've killed the creature, but that's not right. You can tell that this thing's supposed to be fairly strong. Why was it so easy to take down? At the moment, you might not have the time to keep thinking about that, as you've eliminated one off the field.
Okay. And I'm gonna turn around and look at the other one. That might have attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
That hits. What are you doing? Alright. And once again, second verse, same as the first. You just smash the creature, this time swinging horizontally to the side, splattering the remains, this greenish black goop all across the walls as its form nearly disintegrates upon the strength of your hit. The resistance you felt, the strength of the attack against you, you know these things shouldn't be going down that easily. Is it because they were just made that they're still so weak? You can't be sure. You just praise your lucky stars that they're going down as easily as they are, as you still feel this drowsiness even through your rage. You're not sure how much longer you can last on your feet.
The thing in front of me is one of the creatures that popped in, right?
Yes.
That one dies too.
All right.
34 to hit.
What do you think?
Dead. Or maybe. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 24?
Yes, you kill it. How would you like to? Because it's like this really mutated looking rat-ish creature. Its form is constantly shifting, bones being exposed, its structures are wrong as it goes from having human-like digits to something akin to a canine or a cat back to a rat. Its very form shifting before you.
Yeah, no, I bet I should scold.
Alright, stomp, maul, what we talking?
So, what would be considered the flatter side of the mall? So I guess whatever part it looks seems to be longer on the mall, just instead of the actual point of the malls.
Alright. As you bring it down, it attempts to scurry away from you, not wishing to share the fate of its fellow abominations. But you use the heft of your hammer and just bring it down upon the creature as you smash it into bits. Ooze flying a bit everywhere, but you take a knee. This isn't right. These things are going down easy, but you're so tired. Why are you so tired? As you begin breathing harder and harder. Give me a constitution check. Or save, I mean. You have advantage because you're raging as a bear totem. That's better. You breathe harder and harder. You feel as though oxygen isn't filling your lungs, but you calm yourself. And you fall deeper and deeper into your rage as you're centered. You still have the one level of pseudo-exhaustion, but it doesn't get any worse. You hope you can keep this up. Otherwise, you may fall asleep like those around you. And you're not sure if there'll be anyone left to take your place in defending them. As it's now Adavia's turn. Or actually, you still have half movement and a bonus action.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought my bonus action was to activate rage.
You're right, so you have half movement.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go closer to this big guy's eye.
Alright?
So, 20 speed.
Every 5 feet, you get closer to it. I need a Constitution save.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah, no. You get a second level of pseudo exhaustion. Do you keep moving as your eyes become suddenly heavier? The single step that you take, actually, so power of friendship would work if they were closer, but they're still ever so slightly too far away because its radius is 15 feet.
Yeah, Ari's still trying to get as close as they can. So, I mean, I'll do it again.
All right. The DC gets higher every time. You're at 2 levels of pseudo exhaustion.
So that would be
Give me another one. Barely. Your eyes are barely open. You can barely keep yourself standing upright.
Oh, I think
3 checks in a row. 3 checks. All of them higher than the last.
29?
Nope.
Fuck.
So
That's as close as I can get.
you now have. Well, yeah, that's why. But now you have to make 3. You're at pseudo exhaustion level 3. Let me see. Let me make sure of something. All right. So at exhaustion 3. So you have disadvantage on ability checks at the first exhaustion. You have your speed halved on the second exhaustion. Now you have pseudo exhaustion 3, you have disadvantage on any saving throws. So these next 2 constitution checks, you're making them at disadvantage, which means straight roll. Fail. Fail. So from where you're currently standing, you're at 5 pseudo exhaustion. You're not even on your feet anymore. You're basically laying against your maul, about to fall asleep upon hitting pseudo exhaustion 5. You're not even sure you have the energy to walk away as your feet are stumbling underneath you. You attempt to reach out, but your turn ends there as you're at pseudo exhaustion 5, which by the way means no, you don't understand what that means, because not only do you have disadvantage on ability checks, your speed is halved, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, your hit points are half of what they are, and your speed is currently reduced to 0. If nothing changes to move you, you're failing the next save and just falling asleep, unable to do anything. Alright, so it's now Adavia's turn as she sees Ari attempting to make their way closer and closer and closer, but their strength fades with every step. And now she has to make a decision on what to do, as the other creatures seem to be attacking the patrons of Fire Jolt. Ari may not have been within sightline of it, but you see the other creatures born from this fleshy green mass are indiscriminately attacking those who are asleep, unable to defend themselves.
What if I just cast banishment on it?
Which?
Like, which level? Is that what you're asking?
No, what thing?
Oh.
The eye.
That is a good idea, but for several reasons. Well, it's a good idea in trying, but for several reasons it's not a good idea to do, and I can tell you right now, it wouldn't work.
All right.
Sorry.
Lag.
You good, Vin?
Yeah, it's just rat. The same thing keeps happening.
I don't know why. Yeah, take your time. It's weird though. Why is OMM acting up like that? At least for you.
Because
Oh, granted, a kid. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Look, I love OMM as a system, but it's so glitchy.
Okay.
Never mind, I should probably have splitting set as a resource. Did something I should have done a while ago. I added Adavia and Sylvian splitting as a resource to your character sheets. It's easy to keep track of. Yeah.
Sorry.
Each tooth represents a turn that they can be split. I freaking meant to do that. I don't even know how long ago, but I added it to both of their character sheets.
It's all right, thank you. Spirit Guardians.
All right. With that, you cast it. Let me add an effect over you so we can relay the effective range of it. If you could, please pick that up then. It should be pick upable. All you gotta do is press E, then I'll center it on Adavia. Do you see what I put down? You should be able to just press E on it, and you'll pick it up and it'll move with you. Huh, it doesn't? That's weird. Try clicking on it, double click on it. Guardians. Huh. Okay, that's weird. For now, just move then, and I'll have it follow you. Move to where you'd like to move. All right. Because you're getting within 15 feet of this thing, I need you to start making Constitution saving throws, Ven. At the distance that you've moved, you're making 2 of them. You passed the first one. Now the second one. Oof. And with that, despite the fact that you have resistance to this, you...
Don't I, because I'm raging, don't I, like, give a benefit to whoever gets...
Cat, that's on you to know, Cat.
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
You got 30 seconds. In the meantime, Adavia, as you step closer, you begin to understand why it looks like Ari lost all their strength as you stumble and trip over your own feet. Standing closer, your eyelids becoming so heavy you nearly pass out on the spot upon approaching the eye. You managed to resist through your experience with this effect the first time around, but the second time it hits you heavier, far harder than it had at any point before. As your eyes begin to burn, wishing to stay closed with every blink, as you have pseudo-exhaustion level 1. You have a bonus action and no movement left.
Okay, so no, that's while raging. They have disadvantage on attack rolls that are not me. Bonus action. Okay, no, that's the
Alright, so Adavia, would you like to end your turn, or do you have something you want to use with your bonus action?
End turn.
All right. And with that, not understanding what the light that it's about to walk into is, this little flesh abomination rushes over to attack the burglar-looking person slumped over in their seat as they rush and run forward. What's your save DC, and what save do I need to make for Spirit Guardians?
Can you remind me where my save DC is?
Third page of your character sheet, actually.
Can you remind me where my save DC 22?
No, not that.
22.
All right. It fails. Roll Spirit Guardian damage for me. Also, what level did you cast Spirit Guardians on at?
Give me a moment. Fourth level.
Right? Do you know how much damage you need to roll for that? I'm going to take that as a no. So you'd be rolling 48.
I can't immediately respond like this. I was reading it. Anyways, you have it now, right?
Yes, I'm just waiting for you to roll it. Alright, so as you're barely able to maintain the force of your spell, you notice through the gaps of this seeming bartending structure, the flesh abomination running towards an innocent. So you do your best to maintain concentration up on your spell, to hopefully sear it enough to, even if not destroy it, to keep it away, to protect at least one person as you're falling asleep on your feet. And thankfully, it's enough, as the righteous fury of your spirit guardian seemed to circle around this flesh abomination and tear it piece from piece. The radiant light coming from this spell powered by your faith, being enough to subject the creature to a holy light that completely eliminates it. Just as what Ari had experienced when attacking on their own. These creatures, though seemingly fast and strong, aren't very durable as of yet. But who knows how long that'll last. As that is the start of the new round, with Aurelia over there snoozing on a corner. And with the new start, more and more creatures begin to pour out. And you can tell, both of you, even if you're half asleep states, these are far, far stronger than those before, and aren't likely to go down with the same attacks. And that is the state y'all are in. Now, Color, are you here? Sorry, I know it's been a while. Okay, sorry about that. So now we cut back to Color's perspective, as this is what it's looking like from the outside of whatever this eye void looking thing that Color is in, the bad state of Fire Jolt. Whereas instead now, we're looking at things from how Color's seeing them. Having been enveloped within this sphere of energy. As all that they hear isn't all this chaos that the rest of you are hearing, this disharmony, this discord of sound. As instead for them, it's a deceptive calm. It washes over them, the sound flowing, the siren-like singing. It's lulling them into this false sense of security. They know it's not real. Peria, you know it's not real. It can't be. It's too quiet. Your head hasn't been this quiet since... No. No, you've already got away. You weren't supposed to be found. You were safe. You were saved by Fernway. And yet, this reality that you could wish away 1,000,000 times to be a nightmare is still here. And in 1,000 wordless voices, buzzing, screaming, singing, whispering, caressing, comforting, hurting, they speak. They speak the words that you never wish to hear once again. If this is barely understandable, that's more or less what it's supposed to be. We had a deal. And if you don't live up to your half, we will easily return you to what you were. A naive, clueless, powerless, hopeless trophy made for the furthering of your parents' ambition, and nothing more. You pathetic excuse for the rest. And upon the end of that transmitted message, one that forcefully slithered itself into Peria's mind and took no care on how it settled, it seemed to snap something, taking with it your last layer of defense, not against it, but yourself. As the noise and static that have filled your head and muddled your thoughts since you made that wish have gone quiet, and you're exactly who you hate most in the world in this moment, in that moment that you were. You're that pathetic, scared, hurt, little half-elf girl. You're that being who was barely able to hold up the silver spoon that was born in her mouth, much less something actually worth a damn that she could use to defend herself with. You're not Peria, the adventurer, the magical girl, who could snap her finger and bring forth the army of a man. You're this empty husk, nothing but an abandoned piece of flesh, robbed of the only thing that gave you any worth as a person, even if it was at the cost of your voice and mind. You feel none of that boundless strength that you had become accustomed to, none of that magical might that you'd grown reliant on, not even that one tiny spark of potential you had deluded yourself into believing that you had, that one and last final thing that you had thought was yours, and yours alone. But it's not there. It was never there. You were just lying to yourself. That last sacred, supposedly inviolable thing that you would use to validate the worth of your existence to that last shred of miserable sanity that you had. The last thing that your wish afforded to you. Never quiet. The excuse of what was supposedly insanity and wackiness, covering it and smothering it, never letting it see the light of day. And yet it persists, asking that question you never wanted to hear. Why? Tell me. Tell yourself. Why would anyone care about you? Without the treasures and powers offered by the Nova Dragon Escalade, would you have been worth to your own parents past some odalisque piece of meat for that debaucherous, perverted, degenerate dragon? Without this strength that you stole, that never was and never will be your own, what are you worth? Even to those that you call your companions, your party. Look at yourself. Don't hide from it. Don't try to smother me with voices in your head that you've made up on your own. What are you? What worth do you have? What excuse, what madness do you believe you've used as an excuse to escape? Why are you even here? How selfish can you really be to believe that your stupid dream of adventure and magic girls would be worth all this trouble you're causing to yourself, to those around you, to your family? Why? What was the point of it? What is the point of it now? Is it worth what you're going through at this moment, where you're causing the others to happen to them? And on that, Peria is momentarily returned to the site of Ari and Adavia somehow managing to get back up on their feet and fighting, having moved themselves to try to defend the other members, and sure, they're eliminating a monster to here, barely managing as they're very obviously falling asleep. But all the same, just as before, with every monster that they eliminate, another grander, more horrific thing takes its place. As right upon Adavia, as she's concentrating on her spell, this massive creature, 3 times her size, with as many eyes as it has teeth, seems to pounce upon her, nearly sticking it into her maw as she's using every muscle fiber to resist. This another creature created from sludge, lanky and incomprehensible nearly to the eye, seems to be grappling against Ari, looking to take his body to fill the emptiness within, getting him closer and closer to that glowing core. And with that, Peria's sight is instantly removed. Color, does Peria have any reaction upon what's going on, seeing all this that's supposedly being caused by them and their presence? With all that's been said to them by their own inner doubts, or, well, what's being presented as their inner doubts. Just sitting there, taking it all in, not even having any words to say. Alright then. Continuing on then. The doubting voice asks one last thing. From what you just saw, from all that you've seen, from what you know your mere existence will bring for not following that fate that was laid down before you, was it worth it? Are you worth it? And it just sickly laughs, as though exasperated at the fact that such a thing is even happening, that the ridiculous situation is more than it can handle, this doubting mind implanted within Peria's head, as it sickly laughs. You should have just stayed and lived out the life that was set to you, like the good little doll you were created to be. And with that, the dam has been broken. Peria, not left the mental fortitude to respond in any way, just sits there in emotionless, floating in that void, no longer even feeling the need or want to resist, as the self-doubt that has been suppressed all this time has flooded to the forefront and beaten her down with words, every worry she might have ever had, hidden by the fact, the static, the noise in her mind that's never left her. And yet, before she can permanently sink and seal herself off into that endless infinity, the thousand whispers returns once more.
This is what you are without me, without the fates brought upon my others. I can empty out your mind and make it as quiet as your speech, turning you into a little more than a puppet for whoever first lays their hands upon you. And though it will be letting others have their way with you, it will always be me, always my hands at the end of your strings, those from which they hang. And though it may take years, decades, centuries, beyond, you will serve my ultimate goal. For it's not just a moment to get you. You were my area, the moment I grant you over it. You just had the twisted fate to meet one whose circumstance grants you more fear enough, rather than accept as I would have afforded you. So, take your time and choose for your area. I allow you the second kindness after having given through worth as the first. Sparing yourself the pain and voice power is your tool. My instrument for the change in this disgustingly beautiful and sane world. Or subject yourself to an agony worse than only that can be found on the abyss from the else, finding a futile lure to a fate you've already lost, since the one that will return to my domain. At the cost of running through the incident where my instrument determines life, you are marked for a new and purpose greater than your own could have ever been. Dance, wither, bloom, and fall. Repeat the cycle pitifully and pathetic until your existence burned out and away, leaving nothing more than the shame as your highlights. Read my words first. Should you not choose me, there will come a moment, and it shall arrive quickly, where you will leave me, and you shall practically, shamelessly, and for the last time, willfully, drag yourself before you of your own volition, and beg to serve me, and all that I grant you. One final wish.
And from there, does Peria have anything to say, any reaction whatsoever, as the voice seemingly leaves her? The last little bits of her sanity that she had being muffled once more as the voices, the noise, the static, all of it refills her mind. Does she have any last thoughts as she's fully conscientious of what she's thinking? Also, if you did not understand what I said, and this applies to everyone, I was trying to speak slowly, but if you did not understand, I do have a written transcript, which will be available to anyone that asks for it. But if you did understand what I said, Peria. Also, then it sounded like... Yes. Alright, putting it in memes at D&D. In retaliation, also roll me its effect. In retaliation, feeling yourself able to move in rage, in anger, you hate this fate. This is the exact thing you didn't want. You wanted your freedom. You were free of your cage. Or at least you misled yourself to believe that. As now you realize you were never free. You were simply a bird with clipped wings, meant for a bigger cage, one far more horrible than the one you were born into. And as I said, you throw the stone, roll me a d20 to determine its effect. Alright, so what stone is that? I really should write it into your character sheet. Blessed Stone Table. What does a 17 get you? Okay.
By the way, I rolled a 2.
Hold on. Why'd you roll? Also, funny that he should wake up now.
Yeah.
No, okay, so you don't... I know you don't know this, but it's funny that you fell asleep, because the whole thing that this thing is doing is causing people to fall asleep. So when your turn came up on combat, it was hilarious that you were asleep. Aurelia failed the Constitution save. Alright, so with that, Peria, as your sanity is fleeting, it's still sticking around with you. Your sanity is fleeting, but the power returning to you in the same measure. You take out your frustration and channel everything that you can. You aren't in the right mind to decide which stone you're picking, but you know you're throwing it in retaliation. Even if it's meaningless, even if it has no effect, even if it makes your situation worse, you aren't going to move forward without doing anything. You're going to do something, and you throw the stone. You infuse it with more strength than you ever have before. And it hits. You don't know what it hits, but you know the sensation of when it hits. And at first, there is no effect. There's nothing. It just seems as though you are floating endlessly into this. Your sanity going further and further away from you. The voices, the noises, the buzzing, all of it getting louder. And then finally, the noise returns. It's blinding you. It's deafening you. You can't hear anything past it. And then the crackle, the crash happens as a massive bolt of lightning emanates from the stone, lighting up this void with an impossibly bright measure of energy. Its sound deafening you in a different sense. As we cut back to the perspective of everyone else, struggling against their monsters, as the Shiftling grabs Ari in its arms, lifting him off the ground, the situation getting worse for Adavia, as she's actually lifted by the Chaos Eater into its maw, as she's resisting, trying to stop herself from being forced down and shredded into pieces by the teeth at the top of its being. And yet it seems they took too long to dispatch of their enemies, as something else seems to start taking the stage. Something worse, a more solid, more powerful creature seems to be leaving the expanse of the eye, being created, and it's sick. It's wrong. You feel it. You don't see it. You feel it before it comes into being, before being fully apparated. And this thing, it hurts to look at. Your eyes don't understand what you're seeing. Its colors are shifting. Its form stays different, yet the same. Why does it have so many eyes? Why do you recognize the face that you see at the center of the star? But before matters get any worse, the sound of crackling lightning and thunder filled the space. As suddenly it all erupts and stops, a silence filling it after. As one by one the creatures disappear and become destroyed, the emanation of energy glitching and breaking down as though it's being pulled back by force. You don't know what force, but you're glad for it as things begin to disappear and fall and fade. All of it returning to you, instantly waking up from your drowsiness as you make your counterattacks against these creatures, their forms losing integrity as you fall and hit the ground. You're still breathing hard, you're in combat mode, and yet all the danger that was there is gone. And all around you, all other patrons and friends begin to wake up. As Peria, still now covered in that void, which is slowly fading, falls to the ground. Still asleep, all indications of whatever was going on with them disappear. And just as quickly as things went wrong, everything goes back to being normal. And that's where we'll end the session.
right.
All right. Okay, so quick check on everybody. How is everybody doing? Because I know
How's
Uli
everyone
is
doing?
like fighting for his life over there. Color, how are
Oh,
you
okay.
doing? Kat, Ven, how are y'all doing?
Dying.
All right, now how's Ari doing mentally? Same with you, Adavia.
Oh no,
All
that
right.
is fine.
I'm gonna catch y'all later. Cause honestly, I'm not gonna fuck out.
Yeah, go,
Bye,
Pause?
guys.
go to sleep.
Good night, Phyllis.
All right. So as I said, we'll end it there. Won't have a session tomorrow, but we'll try again. Oh, we'll continue next week, not try again. And your guys' characters probably start writing stuff down, questions, answers, stuff like that, because something tells me, you would probably have good reason to have a lot to talk about, as some characters might be coming to some realizations right now.
Alright.
Oh, also, I forgot I was halfway through writing the transcript. Give me a second. Just need the last part now. If anybody didn't understand at any point what I was saying. Also, that last tentacle monster looking thing was a pain in the ass to integrate into OMM. I don't know why. It fought me more than any other monster to be added into OMM. Like that has no bearing on anything. I just wanted to share my misery with someone because of that. Because good lord, that monster was fighting me. But it was like the most eldritch looking thing I could find.
You had your own combat encounter.
I would have fought it if I could, believe me. With how much trouble it was giving me.
Also, yeah, this entire time I've realized that in the stream I've been really quiet. Like, I know you can hear me, but the stream itself is just not picking me up. I'm gonna have to fix that, like, later or something.
Adavia is fearful for everyone else's sake and sees Peria as a danger by association, since the implication is that the Eldritch thing is saking Firejolt because of her.
So you now have all had a more direct combat with one of... How many did I say? One of the 5 or one of the 7? One of the... We're going to round it over and say one of the 6 major antagonists. As, funnily enough, you guys have had several encounters for several other reasons. Okay, so for anyone who's still here and listening, in game wise, what you just heard now was part of the reason why Peria disappeared at some point in between when y'all fell asleep and woke up at the cave dimension when there were doppelgangers. And if anyone wants a deeper explanation of that, ask. But otherwise, if you want to put it together yourselves, feel free.
I'll have to put it together. Ow, fuck. But I'm not starting to fall asleep myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing.
All right. That's probably going to take a lot of editing because there was like a point in which I think for like 40 minutes nothing was going on. Just idle chatter.
Yeah, it's fine. I did do the little, like, technical difficulty screen, so I should be easy to, like, spot it and take it out.
Which is a hella good idea, by the way. I didn't compliment you at the time, but that's a hella good idea.